today. It's a little bit of a light card, so we might take a peek ahead into the weekend. But we do have the NBA Finals, Game 4 tonight. The Miami Heat and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers have head in that series, and if you've been living under a rock, 2-1. And we have the Major League Baseball NLDS gets underway today. The first game of the day is an NLDS game, and the last game of the day, NLDS, and then the 2 sandwich games in between. Game 2 of the ALDS, American League Divisional Series. Back when I was a kid, they didn't even have this stuff. They just had, there was only 2 divisions, and they just played 3 out of 5, and the winners would go to the World Series. But they, squeeze more games in. It's good for us, more to bet on. But, of course, we've got Brian Bittler and the Puck Dogs, Rod Zawacki, Chris Ruffalo, here with us today to go over all the action. Also, we were talking a little bit about some of the college football games this weekend, too, behind the scenes, so we will probably touch on some of those as well. But hopefully you guys got a chance to see our new computer pick show, which replaces our old computer pick show, because a lot of people ask me about, hey, what happened to the computer pick show? You're not going to do a computer pick show. Well, the computer pick show is now I do it with Charles Ormsby, the founder of Spread Knowledge, which makes it a lot better because he has the answers to your questions. Anyways, here we go. We got Brian and Chris and Rod. Good morning, guys. How are you?
What's good about it?
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm feeling surly this morning.
What you really need is a manager. Anyways. He had no manager. Hit him, Rock. We got 4 baseball games, and we got 1 basketball game. I gotta say, man, I'm in a cold streak. I wore the jacket the other day. I came out of the cold streak. Maybe I should wear the jacket every morning that I'm cold, and and because it seemed to work. But it seems every bounce. When you're in that streak, it's like, the fumble that's not the fumble goes against you. The quarterback not throwing the ball out of bounds. All those things work against you. When you're on the other side of it and winning, it's like you can do no wrong. It's like, and it happens. It's just the nature of the beast. I don't know any handicapper out there that hits 60% that just goes 6-4, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. I don't know any of them that it works that way. But Brian, what have you got on tap today?
I was going to say a good thing to get out of a streak would be wear that coat for the entire show, not just at the beginning. That'd be interesting. But for today, I got my MLB primetime investment, $29.95. It's the best play on the board. This play is going to win. Love it. Get it at pickdogs.com premium picks.
Yeah, I think my free picks are okay. We got a comment, you're only cold on the halftime. And it's actually only been a few halftimes that I've been cold. The Sunday early games we hit, so it's just Sunday night and Monday night that I missed. But yeah, I don't know. It happens. It's like it's not the first time I've ever had a cold streak. It won't be the last. Just like hot streaks. That's why I never kick myself too hard when I'm down. I never pat myself on the back going 164 and 43 and like someone else.
Guys need to know when you're hot.
They know. Your record's out there. Your record is your record.
Well, at least we could say on the show we have the #1 NBA handicapper and the #1 college football handicapper. So that's a good plus.
It is a good plus. It's a nice touch, Brian. Thanks. I'm #1 in NBA.
Oh, yeah, I didn't say I was #1. I said that we had.
I know. No. I was just saying. I think I've nailed down the title. I think my lead is big enough.
You'd have to take the Lakers money line maybe the next 2 and lose it to lose the title, probably.
Something like that. Anyways, Chris, what do you got going on?
I'm still trying to claw and lock up #3 in the NBA. So today I'm finished top 5, but today my favorite day of the week, 2 for Tuesday. Got 4 MLB plays as well as one my top play in the in the NBA tonight has a 5-pack over at the website. I'm loving this card today, even though it's short but sweet. I'm gonna make some money today.
Yeah, the new Spread Knowledge Show. If you haven't had a chance, if you didn't tune in today or yesterday, it's definitely a good watch. It's running a little bit longer than our normal Spread Knowledge Show, so we'll have to figure out the timing and everything on it. What we do now is we have the founder, Charles Ormsby, on, so he can actually explain what all this stuff is on there. I just look, it's an A pick. It's like, and that's how I do it. But Charles kind of says, this and this and this, and then he uses a lot of words that I don't understand. So I kind of just feel stupid for a couple minutes, and then I ask him, what exactly did you just say? So, anyways, Rod, you're the hot one of the bunch here. Rod's the hottest in our group. And what's going on today?
Yeah, off a winning day yesterday. And today I got Tackle the Books Tuesday. I've got 3 winners in the MLB in the playoff games. And I've got 2 picks in the NBA, the winning side and total. Loving the NBA game today. Loving the baseball. So excited for today.
Guys, jump on Rod's package. He's definitely going to be taken off. I'm feeling it.
Yep. Rod was cold. Now he's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, you got to hit the guys at the right time.
Yeah, it's like that's really what it is. I always say buy low, sell high. It's like that's what, you can only stay hot for so long. It's just the nature of the beast.
Yep.
All right, let's start with the NBA Finals. Got Lakers and Heat. It is Game 4. Bam is back. We know that. The odds makers know that. The line is a little bit softer than we've seen, a little bit lower. But it is the Lakers still minus 1,000 to win this series against the Heat. So the total, a half a point lower than where we saw it last game as well. So at 218.5. Brian?
I really think we're going to see a super defensive effort from both sides of the ball. I think Spoelstra will have a great game plan designed for the Heat, but I think the Lakers got a wake-up call in the last game. I really like the under here.
How about you, Chris?
I'm going to side with the over here. I think we're going to see an early onslaught of points, and I think that's going to sort of carry over for the rest of the game. I can see this one finishing around 225, 230, so I'll take the over.
Rod, any more insight than these guys have left us? I mean, we only got 5 games to work with, so it's like you're supposed to maybe I always cut you off anyway, so.
For me in this one, we're definitely going to have a battle. And we haven't really seen so much of a defensive battle in any of these games. They've been scoring like crazy, or they've been shooting bricks. So for me, I'm taking the over. Give me the over 218.5. The last game was right bang on the number, and the next game we went over. I think game 1 was the same. We were like bang on the number, and the next game went over. So I'm gonna take the over. This is definitely this over under is the Sharps versus the pros versus the Joes, as they would say.
Yeah, I think the referees will make their presence known tonight, just personally. I don't think the NBA can stand this series going 5 games. I mean, it needs to go deep. It needs to go at least 6, in my opinion.
Okay. I think, in this one, I think the Heat figured a few things out without Bam in the lineup. And I think that they had put too much on Bam. And I think he was injured. He's been injured for a while. We saw him, we've seen him holding his arm, holding his shoulder. And I think the Heat realized in last game, and Spoelstra, who's a great coach to begin with, realized that, guys like Myers Leonard and Olnick can contribute as well. And it's like, if you can have the sacrificial lambs out there and give Anthony Davis fits, he will become frustrated and start trying to push people around. And when that happens, maybe you get a couple fouls calls on him. I'm not saying you're going to get foul calls on Anthony Davis all the time because he's a superstar, so he's going to get superstar treatment. The superstars get the treatment in the NBA. They're allowed to take more steps than everybody else is allowed to take. They're allowed to commit fouls that other people can't take. The foul, if there is a blatant foul, it goes to the other guy, right? That happens to be standing within 10 feet of them. So I think that you see that as well. But I think that with that all being said and all things being equal, I do believe that the Heat have figured something out here. And because they didn't shoot particularly well in that game against the Lakers to beat them. The Lakers were able, in the other games, in the first two games, the Heat were in position where they had a lead. And the Lakers reeled them in and ran past them in both those games. In the last game, the Heat had a lead, 13 points again. The Lakers reeled them in, passed them, but did not run past them, and the Heat came right back on them. And it wasn't the Heat hitting baskets because Harrell was laying bricks again, right? I mean, Harrell was, I don't know what his numbers were, but I'm going to guess he was about 2 for 70 in that game. So he still never regained any kind of any heat. Robinson played okay, but they're still missing. They're still missing pieces here. So I think that the Heat maybe figured something out here, And when you have a coach that's kind of figured something out, I think we saw it last night in Kansas City, and it was just, it wasn't that Belichick was outcoached by Andy Reid. It was that his players didn't execute. They did, Bill Belichick's whole thing, do your job, right? Do your job. His players didn't do their job. And it's like you saw it. It was a matter of 2 or 3 plays where his players didn't do their job. It was Hoyer, right? When he didn't do his job, he benched him. He didn't care. And then he put in a guy that really, might as well put Ruffalo in to play quarterback. If you're going to put Stidham, there's a reason, like everyone's saying, Stidham's going to be the quarterback of the Patriots. Everything's going to be fine. And then it was like, you know what? Everyone's been saying we should get Cam. Maybe we should get Cam Newton. It was kind of like maybe we saw last night why they went out and got Cam Newton, right? But it wasn't that Belichick was outcoached. I mean, if anything, he had them right where they needed to be.
I think his plan was working for 3 quarters.
No, it absolutely worked. What you can't have happen if you're the lesser team is on the road and you're a lesser team. What you can't have happen is bad turnovers and just mental mistakes. And the Patriots had both of those. Hoyer not getting the ball out of bounds before the half and not getting the field goal destroyed the Patriots' chances of doing their score thing. So they were 3 and out in the second half anyway. But it's like, had they scored before the half, maybe they have the momentum and come out and do that they're famous. That's their trademark, right? They patented that. That's their thing. So they score right before the half. They get the ball the second half. They score again, even if it's 2 field goals. In this case,
how often does Edelman start running before he catches the ball?
Well, that was the other big mistake. But it all came down to that. I mean, the fact that they were even in the game had most people scratching their heads. It
was a good game plan on defense.
There's no one better. The greatest defensive coordinator in the history of football. It's not even close. It's not even close. But anyways, back to the NBA game. I think we have a coach here that has a chance to be the Bill Belichick of the NBA. In Spoelstra. He won with LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. But there's been other coaches that have lost with more than that. 2 years ago, LeBron beat the Warriors in the finals, right? He beat them. And they were loaded. They had Kevin Durant, Curry. They had Klay Thompson. They were all healthy that series. Last year, they were all out. Remember, they all got injured at the end and whatever. So you could say whatever happened in the Toronto series. But the year before, they had everybody. And they lost. LeBron beat them. He did. He had the block. Yeah. He beat them. Spoelstra, when he had that Heat team, they lost to the Mavericks in the finals. It was a rough one, but it was his learning experience, and And he's taken that and he's become better. Just like Bill Belichick's, head coaching experience in Cleveland and Pete Carroll's head coaching experience, for the Jets. It's like, ouch. But I think, what we saw is that maybe this guy has figured something out. And I think the 7.5 points are a gift here. I think they're a gift. And I think the Heat have a really solid chance to win this game and to knot up the series. I think that a lot of things that have been talked about in this series, and you guys feel free to chime in here, is that in order for the Lakers to win this series, all right, so last game we saw that Anthony Davis was a non-factor, right? So we've said since the beginning of the series, and I've said, I don't know about but I've said that in order for the Lakers to win this series, that those two guys have to lead the way. They have to. When the Lakers lost in those games to the Nuggets, when they lost the games to the Nuggets, it was because LeBron James had a triple-double, and what did we say? He wasn't good enough, right? They lost because he wasn't good enough. And it's like, if you don't have Anthony Davis and LeBron James both contributing in a big way, this Lakers team is ordinary at best. At best. Oh, yeah. Because Markieff Morris had a monster game last game. It's way beyond his pay grade. Way beyond what you can expect from him to do every night. Chris, what do you think of this one? What do you think of that? Do you think I'm full of crap here? You can tell me. I can take it. We can go to a 3-man booth. It's fine.
No, I don't think that. I do think that the points hold some value here, and I think, like you said, Coach Spoelstra, you see, he made some adjustments, but all the coaches are making adjustments going into the later parts of the series. But it's we're running out of time to make those adjustments, and a 2-2 series is the goal here for the Heat, and I think you want to try to make it a best of 3, and if that's the case, it's anyone's series at that point. But the Lakers aren't going to make it easy for them to get there. That's for sure.
If you want to send me Bitcoin on this, if you want to email me, Mitch@pickdogs.com, we can work out something where you send me Bitcoin, and I can give you a coupon for that amount, something like that. No problem. I know we don't accept it. We might be able to. I can ask our tech people. I know there was a problem with Cash App because it's owned by a different processor. It's owned by Square.
No.
Anyways, Rod, what do you think of this?
I know in the last game, AD got into some big foul trouble. So then you get a big guy like that in foul trouble. He gets a little worried and gets off his game. So yeah, and then LeBron, he had a good run there, right where he was 0-7. He was shooting bricks. Do I see that happening this game? No, I think those guys bounce back and have a better game and get some points. That's why I like the over. I really like the over.
I really don't understand this comment. Elan Ba score Lakers versus Miami PO. I can't
maybe it's in another language or something.
Is it in German? Let me have a look.
Chris, you're a guy here. No one Googles themselves like Ruffalo. We've got Brian. What do you think? What do you think about this one? I mean, obviously the Lakers are the squarest play of the century here.
Yeah, you know what? I just gotta say, I don't care. I got the Heat tonight. I think this series is going 6, and I think you got 2 of the best defensive teams in the league squaring off tonight. So, I mean, I like the under and I like the Heat. So, we're gonna see what happens. I think Spoelstra is the best coach in the league. I think that's gonna come. It's gonna show itself tonight. NBA needs a longer series. I keep saying it, but. We'll see what happens, but I like the Heat. I think it's a gift at 7.5.
Yeah, if you're here to talk about picks that you made yesterday that you did not give out in our Facebook group or anything, you're not welcome. I just want to say that. I know that we have new people here, and so they might not know, but we don't give out picks after the game. because no one can bet that. If you find us a book where you're allowed to bet your picks after the game is over, then we're all about it. We're in. I'm in. I'm first in line.
Me too.
No, you guys. Believe me.
I'm first.
It's like there'll be some pushing and shoving to get in that line. But if you don't give out your picks in our Facebook group or something the night before, well, then you lose the privilege to come on our show and brag about how awesome you are, because we don't care. We don't think you're so awesome. We think you're an idiot. Is basically.
I'm just trying to imagine Mitch pushing Rod and I out of the way to try to get to that.
We used to play a game in college. We used to play a game in college, and we used to call it Herschel. Okay, it's back when Herschel was in his day. There's a kid from Georgia, and he's like, "Let's play Herschel." It's like, "What is that?" Everybody gets in the hall, okay, in the dorm room. One person gets the football, and they have to try and get to the other end. So once you've Herschelized, you've the name of the game was Herschel. I'm Herschel Walker.
I love Herschel Walker.
Oh,
Did any walls get broken?
I liked Herschel at Georgia. I didn't love him so much in the NFL. I thought Georgia was unbelievable. All right, let's go to the Major League Baseball playoffs. Got the first game, starts in just a couple of hours. Marlins and the Braves. Got Max Fried on the mound for the Braves. And we've got Sandy Alcantara on the mound for the Marlins. We know Alcantara well. Chris and I both agree on that he is the best player on the Marlins, regardless of position. Max Fried, their monster season. Both these teams score late, or late scorers, right? Late scorers, both these teams. Brian, what are you thinking here? Max Fried, the lefty, up against Sandy Alcantara, the righty. The Braves, number 1 runs per game, number 2 batting average, number 1 on base percentage, number 2 home runs per game. Marlins, 24th in defense, 25th in batting average against, 24th in on base percentage against, and 25th in home runs allowed. I mean,
sounded to me like you're liking the over here.
I'm just saying. The Marlins are 25th in home runs hit, and the Braves are 5th in home runs allowed. Just every single statistic here is heavily in favor of the Braves, but the Marlins, they do not care. They do not care. I mean, they want to talk about a team that ignores the odds. It has been the Miami Marlins who started the season on COVID. Right? Remember, they played half their games at the beginning of the season with the skeleton crew of a team.
Yeah, they matched up with the Phillies early on, I remember.
Starling Marte out for this one.
Ooh. I think the theme of the day is going to be under. Everything, but there's 5 games total today. 4 baseball, 1 NBA. I think we see 4 out of 5 go under. This one that we're talking about here, I like the under. I like Alcantara to come up with a big start, and Fried's been a stud all year, 7-0. Bullpen for the Braves, very good. So for me, I'm going to lean towards the under in this one.
Chris, Alcantara's last 2 starts played against teams that hit the ball also extremely hard. He played the Cubs at Wrigley, stared him down against Kyle Hendricks at Wrigley. You know, you beat Kyle Hendricks at Wrigley, man, you're having a good day. And then before that, he stared down the Yankees in the face and shut them down too. You think, this Braves team really hits the ball. Max Fried he was stellar last time out. He didn't allow anything. The Braves, they haven't allowed a run in the postseason. I mean, the Marlins are pesky. This is an interesting series. These teams have played each other a bunch. The interesting thing about the series this year is that two National League East teams play each other. Two American League East teams play each other. Two American League Wests. Two American League Easts. So it's teams that have played each other a bunch during the regular season. Did not pan out that way yesterday. The team that had the series edge. Both the teams that had gigantic series edge in the regular season both lost yesterday. Chris, let me talk over you a little more.
Yeah, it seems like the
But if you really
got
want
the
to hear
short.
what I'd say.
It seems like the Central got the short end of the stick this year. But
I'll be hearing that on Saturday.
now somewhere down the line, I deserve that. But I mean, you look at those two starts for Alcantara. The last two starts, well, they have in common they were both on the road, and Alcantara was a much better pitcher on the road this season. 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA. And I gave his out on the drive-through yesterday, but I'm still going to stand by it. I like the Marlins here. You could see it when they had that bottom feeder shirt hanging in the corner of the dugout against the Cubs. When a Philly beat writer said you can't lose games to the bottom feeders of the league like the Miami Marlins, and they've just played with a chip on their shoulder ever since then. And I keep saying Miami's playing with house money at this point. Barely anybody had any expectations for the Marlins coming into this season, outside of maybe finishing near the bottom of that division. And all the pressure's on the Braves right now as the team of the future, a team that's made it to the postseason 3 straight times and failed to make it out of the division series. So I think there's plenty of value to be had with the Marlins in this one.
The Braves crush righties. They crush righties, and the Marlins crush lefties. Who's more likely to get hit of the starters, or do you think this one goes to the pen?
To be honest, if I think one of the starters gets hit harder, I think it's going to be Fried. To be honest with you, I mean, you start to see him regress just a little bit down the stretch, and I still wonder if he's really 100% healthy. I mean, he had a good start in the wild card series, but this one could end up going down to the bullpens as well. I mean, Alcantara didn't play the Braves this year. I'm trying to see if Fried played the Marlins.
Yes, he did. August 15th, Atlanta 2, Miami 1 at the same price, minus 200. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
In a galaxy far, far away. 2 months ago. Castano started for the Marlins. It was a 2-1 game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just tells you what it is.
Yeah. I really like the Marlins today.
Atlanta really, really, really owned the season series. Rod, what do you think?
For me, I'm going to take the over here. That Braves offense is just way too much, and even if they hit the Marlins late. I think we got some runs that go. We go way over. Give me 8. Go over the 8. I like the over here.
I like the first 5 under, and I like the game over. I think it's one of those.
Early under. I think late fireworks.
Both.
Happen.
Yeah, I think both teams.
Yeah. Yeah, both teams. Fireworks are going to happen after.
I think the Marlins score. I think we saw the Marlins score 5. On the Cubs. I think it's going to be something similar. 4 or 5 runs for the Marlins, and it's just a matter if the Braves can score more than that. I think that's really what this one comes down to. And it is scary when you see teams like this, like the Washington Nationals were last year, where they're kind of like we're playing loose as a goose. Loose as a goose.
Nothing to lose.
And the Braves, historically hideous calls against them in the postseason. Hideous. I mean, really, some of the worst postseason calls. Remember the infield fly rule at the warning track against the Cardinals? I mean, that was like, they called it infield fly rule. It was like the guy was like 10 feet from the warning track. It's like, what? It's like, and he dropped it, right? Is what happened. It's like, what? Got the Astros and the Athletics, game 2. Yesterday, I thought that it looked like the A's were just cruising right along. I thought it was some interesting pitching decisions there, and it really was. I thought it was a pitching decision that ultimately cost the A's that game. I think when you have you had Petit in there, came in and they had first and second. The Astros obviously had. Astros, even in the innings where they didn't score, were threatening to score in just about every single inning. Then Petit came in, he shut them down, and then the A's changed pitchers again because Petit is a guy that could have gone 3 or 4 innings, and it's like then you do the pitching change. And Brian, we know about the Apple Watches and the wires, and they could say Altuve can say he wasn't wearing anything, but no one believes him. But one thing we know about Altuve, watching him, from what we've seen throughout his career, is that when he's hitting the ball the other way for singles like that and doubles, that you're pretty much dead, if you're on the other team. The other team's pretty much dead. So do you think Oakland maybe tries to not give him opportunities to hit the ball the other way on him? Because if he's been terrible hitting this season, but yesterday we saw him hit the ball the other way, and as soon as he hit that one for a single the other way, I was like, oh man, I'm dead. I have Oakland, I'm dead. It's like, because
I felt the same way.
It's like certain things happen, and you're kind of like, I'm dead. It's like,
I thought once we got to the bullpen of Oakland with a 2-run lead that Oakland would be okay. But
yeah, I thought when Petit came in, they had first and second, nobody out, mowed him down, right? It's like, yeah.
I was on the live show. I was on the drive-thru when they told me they were losing by 2. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, it was just.
From there, my date night went to shit. But.
It was a head-scratcher, and then, some of the guys that we had seen start for the Astros this season came in relief and actually looked pretty good.
The Astros were my World Series pick, but I gave up on them when Verlander got hurt. I'm taking Oakland today. I'm going to hope for a bounce back here, but it's going to be a lot smaller than it was yesterday. Oakland's got to win it. Sean Manae's, I think he's gotten better as the season's going on, and I think you'll see a good performance from Manae today.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm still having trouble with Sean Manae in the off season, or sorry, the postseason. I don't know. I mean, pitched with a 2.65 ERA across his last 6 starts, but you're starting to see it. Houston, they've been playing with a chip on their shoulder as well, and it's resulted in three wins in 3 games so far, and you're starting to see postseason Houston come out, watch or not, and I think this could be a team to make some noise down the stretch. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Houston sweep if they win this one today. So, I'll take a shot with Houston.
Chris, how many picks do you have in the premium today?
5.
How many of them are sides and how many of them are totals?
2 sides in baseball, 2 totals in baseball, and a side in the NBA.
So 3 sides and 2 totals. Brian, how about you?
All sides today.
All sides. So how many picks is that?
3 in total. And
that's so 6 sides, 2 totals. Rod, how about you?
I have 3 MLB sides, 1 NBA side, and 1 NBA total.
All right, so that's 4, so 7, 10, and 10 sides, 3 totals, and I have 2 sides and 1 total. I might add a couple more too, because there's some lines that hadn't come out yet. So that's 12 sides and 5 totals. So there's the answer to your question right there.
How many did you say? I only have 3 total plays today.
Right, and they were all sides.
All right.
Right.
Gotcha.
Chris has 4 sides.
7. All right.
No, Chris has 3. Chris has 3 sides. You have 3 sides. Rod has 4 sides, and I have 2. So that's 12.
Gotcha.
Right.
Who doesn't like sides?
Yeah. Well, we have a thing right here. We need picks.
You guys. We
got
need.
the question was, in all fairness, we need picks, not all over others. Well, there it is. There's
See, when you
there's
see
your
me
answer.
giving out totals, because I have the side on the other right side. And
Right.
I hate totals.
Right, and that's why you do it. And the same thing with my videos. But it's like you could also get the consensus report. It's like $30 for a week. It's like the yearly comes out to like $1 a day or something.
I
and
love
it's like,
the consensus.
Yeah, exactly. And you can get sides. You can tell. It will tell you how many people are on each side of every single game. So a day like today, where you only have 5 games, every game will have a consensus. Like there are certain games, like, if it's the ULM Texas State game or something, there might not be a consensus on it, so it might not hit the report. But on something like today or Monday Night Football or like the NBA Finals or, anything like that, Miami Clemson, stuff like that, it's always going to hit the consensus report. So if that's the issue with anybody, by all means, we have that information 100% available for you. We also give out picks on the free site. Chris, if you're going to eat, you got to have something for everybody is the way that works. Not just us, everybody. We got 435 people watching, so.
I got 435 pieces of gum.
Yeah. Got to have enough for everybody is the way that
I
works.
do.
Okay.
I got the Costco size pack.
Awesome. Just checking. Yeah, so, as far as sides or whatever, picks, sides, spreads, whatever, it's like, yeah, they're readily available. And plus, we have 2 websites full of free picks, sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. We have free picks in every game every day. Chris, how many free picks did you give out this week so far? You got college football. Did you guys do NFL yet?
Oh, yeah, I did NFL yesterday.
So how many sides did you give out in these picks? NFL, college football?
Probably, of the 16 I've done so far this week, probably 12.
So there you go. So there's another 12 sides for you. So I don't know, man. It's just I'm not sure what more we can do.
It's tough on a small card day. It's like,
no, it's not even that. It's like, believe me, Chris and I do the sports chat videos, right, of college football and NFL. Then I do the Pick Dogs videos, college football and NFL, plus every other game. So in the NBA's for the most part, I've been giving out the totals because my side is my premium pick, and it's like people are saying, "Oh, this guy gives out our totals," but that's not true. When you look back at all of the videos, the body of work, as Mel Kiper says on draft day, right? When you look at the body of work, there's way more sides than totals in those videos, even on a weekly basis.
I will say this: I thought people want winners, not sides.
It's whatever. Some people like to bet. I like to bet sides more than I like to bet sides.
Me too.
Well, so do I. But I'm just saying if the total's a stronger play, take it for what it is.
Hindsight's 2020. I should have had the under in the Packers game yesterday. I can do.
The Warriors won the last one against LeBron, so it was 2 back then. He beat them with KD. LeBron beat them with KD. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, not the last one, but the time before that.
They had KD that one.
The
they
third
absolutely had him.
now.
They absolutely had him when he beat them.
Wasn't that his one win in Cleveland? He went back to Cleveland and got a win?
And he beat them with KD.
Yep.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because KD went to the Warriors the year they won the championship.
Yeah. Wasn't he there for the 73 win season too?
I don't know. It's not hard for me to bet against LeBron James. I do it all the time. We bet
It used to
the
be
Lakers
a very profitable thing to bet against LeBron James for a couple of years. Not this season, but I think 2 seasons before that, it's very profitable.
Last season, for sure.
All right, so we get a lot of this. Is the 2016 finals. So people are saying Kevin Durant was not on that team. Pretty sure he was, man. Oh, well, we'll have to look into it. Maybe he wasn't.
Oh, no, you know what it was? I think he signed a 2-year deal. They won the championship the first year that he came. And the second year was the year they lost to the Raptors.
All right. So there. All right, I was wrong. You guys are right. I was wrong. It happens. Rarely. Anyways, where were we? A's Astros.
We're about to go to Yankees and Rays, I think.
Yankees Rays, Brian. You got the Yankees big bats last night against the Rays. How about all those home runs off the Cole and Snell? Now you got, two other guys in there. What do you think's going to happen this time? It's like, oh, man.
That was the end of my crap night, the Rays losing. But in this game, again, I'm liking the under here. I think I don't think Glasnow's been all that bad to finish out the year. And the Rays must have this game. I like the Rays overall in the series. If they're going to do that, they got to take this one. Garcia for the Yankees. He started out really good. Looked like a primetime player, but I think he's gone down. I mean, right now he's carrying a 4.98 ERA. So for me, I'm going to take the under here.
Chris?
And I'm going to take the Rays here. Like Brian said, Garcia coming in with an ERA just under 5 and making his postseason debut. I think Garcia's going to find out that postseason baseball is something completely different. Glasnow experienced that last year, but got the nerves out against Toronto in the last series. I think he delivers the Rays to a win here to make it 1-1. So give me the Rays.
Rod?
I'm going to take the hotter team. Give me the Yankees here. I'm not taking the Rays. I know the numbers on paper look like this should be all Rays all day, but it looked like that yesterday too. I think this is you're going to be the youngest starter since Whitey Ford in 1950 for the Yankees. I think he comes out and has a wicked start, shuts down the Rays. Give me the Yankees.
So there's Filipino, that earlier comment that we couldn't figure out what it was. They were asking what the score was in Filipino. I think it's Tagalog they speak. Is the language. Not sure. I like the Rays in this one. Glasnow's beaten the Yankees already this year too. He's done well against them. I think we're going to see a lot of runs too. I mean, we saw a ton of runs yesterday. I would expect to see a ton here.
When I see plus money on the Yankees, it's always run the other way. But.
Yeah, it's total. It's like even the minus 130 though yesterday.
Yeah.
Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel. We're heading into 22,000 subscribers. We got 21,900 and plus. They round. We're in the rounding off YouTube area, but at that, which puts us only 9,978,000 away from our goal of 10 million. So, sure to smash the like button, subscribe to our channel. Chris?
I smashed the like button.
Did you say picking the game?
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right. Rod,
I got the the Rays here.
Rod took the Yankees. All right. So we're on to the next one. It's the Dodgers and the Padres. So, what else is on Tuesday nights?
I'll be watching Fargo episode 3.
Yeah. This is definitely the what else is on in Tuesday night's game.
I started watching that Cobra Kai. It is a little cheesy.
Love it.
But
love
it's hilarious.
Love Cobra Kai.
I love that show.
Love Cobra Kai. Love Cobra Kai.
Like hooked. She's not like the karate person. She was hooked. She was laughing.
Love Cobra Kai.
Great show, man. I
love
it.
Cobra Kai. Huge fan. I I watched the whole thing, the whole series.
I haven't watched it all, so don't spoil. I'm only on episode 4.
Oh my God.
I think one of my Gold Rush is starting up soon. That's one of my favorite shows.
I'm a Bering Sea Gold person. I don't do the Gold Rushes.
I don't do Bering Sea Gold. I do Gold Rush. Meaning I like fight on that.
My favorite is that they took off the air is the one Yukon Men.
Yukon Man, yeah.
I love that one, man. They took that one off the air, but loved Yukon Men. It was like I always wanted to see the Yukon Men on Survivor. Like if they had like, you know, those guys like on Survivor. It's like Stan's like building, you know, power shit. It's got like a shower, running shower, and, you know, they're eating like a buffet meal. You know, these guys are tracking everything inside. It's like,
what about the guys? The 10 guys they sent to Antarctica for 100 days, and the last one left gets like $1 million. I forget what it's called, but
I don't know.
I've heard of.
Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I like because I don't know what.
I like all that stuff.
100 days.
What about Naked and Afraid?
Nah, I don't want to see people naked.
Too much vomiting on that one for me.
Yeah,
a little too much.
Too much vomiting. Yeah.
It's like I don't mind a good hurl on a reality show, but Naked and Afraid, they're always vomiting. It's like, don't eat the mushroom. It's like, don't do that. Why would you do that? It's like, you know you're going home if you eat that thing. It's like. They sell here on the side of the road a thing called Huli Huli chicken. So it's like just regular, like a regular chicken cooked on like a grate, you know, like one of those metal grates, like over a thing. And it's like, it's delicious. You know, it's really, really good. But I have to say, if you're going to buy chicken cooked on a grate on the side of the road, you really seriously make sure that it's 100% cooked before you eat it. Heard of, you know. But I mean, the Huli Huli chicken is good stuff. They have this thing. The other thing that like we don't have Best Buy or like a modern conveniences that most of you guys take for granted. You know, at your local strip malls. We don't even have an Apple store. I mean, we got nothing. And but what we have is
good luck.
We have a thing where the fishermen will drop off daily catch at your house every week. Or however much you want it. And they have like a list of whatever fish they have. And it's like, it's just fresh off the boat. Mahi, ahi, you name it, machong. I mean, pretty much. Most of them
Mahi? Oh, drooling already.
Right off the boat. Fish. Like direct, I mean, right off the boat. They come from the boat to your house.
Nice mahi steak grilled. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a halibut.
They don't do halibut here.
Once you have mahi, you won't be
halibut. Fresh.
You're still like halibut.
I gotta write that down.
But fresh, like super fresh. Like I mean, right off the boat. Like I mean, fresh as fresh can be. It is.
Yeah, if you like halibut, you'll love mahi.
Yep. But they have and there's every day different fish. Oh no, whatever. It's like they have a list, but it's always mahi and ahi. They always have that every day.
Yeah.
And you tell them, and then they bring it to your house. And it's like you could get like yesterday's catch, and it's like a little less, but it's still good. You know, it's
still good. It's only one day.
Right, but it's like it's like a few dollars cheaper per pound. You know, it's not like buying frozen Costco fish. You know, it's like so the prices are not giveaway prices, but you know. It's a nice touch. It's way better than the crap you guys are eating. I'll tell you that much. But on a lot of other things, we can't even get it. I mean, we can't even get half that other stuff. Oh, what I would do for a Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah, the best was when before Dick's Sporting Goods owned the Dicks.com URL. That was one you wanted to stay away from. It's like we used to get people on that all the time. It's like, oh yeah, just check out Dicks.com. It's like where'd you get your tennis racket? Oh, Dick's Sporting Goods. Just check out Dicks.com. It's like, not a good place for me.
That's all right. I deal with enough dicks on a daily basis.
Not good. It's like, you guys watch 90 Day Fiance? You watch that show?
Yeah, that's for women.
I like that one. The guy sending out pictures of Mr. Happy to like all these women. It's like his girlfriend finds out. It's like, yeah, I don't understand this. It's like, here, how about a picture of my junk? It's like, I know it's like a common thing now, but it's like, I really don't even understand. Brian's single, right?
Yep.
You send out pictures of your junk?
It's been at least 10 years since I've done something like that.
I was at like a company function many years ago, and I got fired because I can tell you I got fired stories all day long, but I got fired because at the Christmas party, they had this thing where they had those disposable cameras. Remember disposable cameras? And like they had like a time where like at weddings and stuff, they would put the disposable camera on the table and everyone would just take random pictures. We all took pictures like with our pants off. Like, under the table. I mean, nothing on mine, like nothing was hanging out. It was just my boxer shorts and stuff, but they recognized our shoes and stuff, and we all got fired. Some people got suspended and some people got fired. But it was like pictures of our ass and stuff. It was like, it's like.
So where's the Pig Dogs Christmas party going to be at?
Well, hopefully we have one in Vegas. I'd be in. I'm down.
I thought we were coming to your house for some Maui for like a Christmas.
Mahi.
Mahi.
Mahi. Mahi.
Mahi.
Yeah.
Oh, I spelled M-A-U-I. Well,
that's where I live.
That's Maui.
The Maui Wowie is something completely different, I've learned.
I'd like a Maui Wowie and
all right.
Maui.
We've avoided this Padres Dodgers shit show for long enough. I mean, here's the game that I'm telling you, this is the game that nobody cares about, right? I mean, Dodgers games are got to be the worst watch in sports. I mean, right? There's nothing fun about it. It's like they were on like pay only, so you couldn't get them on the Major League Baseball package for like 2 years. And no one even noticed. No one cared. No one said anything. It was kind of like, hey, where's the Dodgers? I don't care. Walker Buehler's pitching against Mike Clevenger. I can't.
Is that who it is? Clevenger. I was just looking.
Yeah, Mike Clevenger's pitching. I mean,
what a super deal. I mean, the Padres got screwed by Lamet getting hurt. I think the Padres would have been a tough matchup for the Dodgers. I'm going to take a chance with Clevenger here. I like that. The Dodgers getting this kind of plus money. I'm going to take a chance with the Padres. $50.
I find that insulting with your money.
What don't you like about Clevenger? He's been
terrible. He's been terrible on the
Padres.
Numbers, terrible on the Padres.
Oh, yeah. He has been terrible for the Padres. But overall, his body of work.
Chris?
I'm going to apologize to everyone for doing this right now. I'm taking the over. I just think Clevenger on the mound, and Buehler's had issues with a blister, and they have to go to the bullpen over an extended period of time. I think we're going to see some runs on the board here, so I'll take the over.
Rod?
I'm with Chris. I love the over in this game. Give me the over 8.5.
Ever get fired from a job for taking pictures of your ass with the disposable camera they leave at the Christmas party table?
Once, and I don't want to talk about it ever again.
It's like, hey, everyone else is like doing the crazy pictures. Like, how about if we?
No, I got it right up. I got written up. You're not supposed to sit your ass actually on the photocopier to make copies.
It's like, what if we take pictures of our asses and with our pants off? It's like, because it's like when we're gonna do a collage, we're gonna show it. It's like, yeah, bad idea. It's like, that's Mitch's table, wasn't it? And don't let me. It's like, of course, like I get the full blame for it, right? It's like there's like 10 other people at the table, but it's my fault, Probably is. Anyways, any parlays today, guys? Anything? What do you think? Chris, you gonna do a parlay?
Yeah, I'll do one. I'll go Astros, Yankees, and the over in the Heat and Lakers game.
Rod, parlay, props, anything?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go Yankees money line. Then we're gonna go to the WNBA game. We're gonna take Vegas plus 8.5. Their backs are against the wall. They're on an elimination game. I think Asia Wilson comes out, the league's MVP, and has a massive game. And for Vegas, give me Vegas plus 8.5, and also take the under 171 in that game. Parlay those up. Nice bird cage. Yankees money line, Vegas plus 8.5, and the under 171 in the WNBA game.
Brian, you got anything?
I'm going to put $50 on a four-game parlay. I'm going to do every single under except for Oakland and Houston.
Every single under except Oakland, Houston.
Oakland, Houston.
That's
so
like
that's
what Charles
four.
was saying on that Spread Knowledge show. He said
I like the unders today. So
that's what he said. He said it's going to be a regression today after yesterday's aberration. I'm going to take the I'll take the take Oakland to score first. That's plus 115 is the prop on that against the Astros. I'll take let's see, Oakland to score first. I like the I like the Marlins to score last. Plus 125. And I like the that's funny. It says like most runs, hits, and RBIs. I thought it said ribs. Let's see.
Ribs.
I'll stick with those two props. Total strikeouts by Max Fried over 4.5 as well.
It's only at 4.5.
Yep.
Well, yeah, hammer that one. I like that.
You had your chance. You're talking over me. Rod's always talking over me. He's always cutting me off.
Nope, that's all Mitch's pick, but I'm gonna jump on it too.
I'd like the over 4.5 strikeouts from Max Fried.
Yeah, that seems a little shy to me.
Seems a little on the light side. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 3 innings. It's gonna be over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Total hits, RBIs, total hits, runs, and RBIs by Freddie Freeman. Under 2.5. Over. The over is plus 125 and the under is minus 165. Acuna, the over 2.5 is even money, and the under is minus 135. These props are saying under for this game. You know, that's what they're saying. Brian, what do you think about Corey Dickinson, 1.5 hits, runs, ribbies?
I'd go under. But I'm Mr. Under. So
how about Dansby Swanson? Let's see what his numbers are. This is fun. Dansby Swanson. Maybe we should do a prop show. Prop talk.
My prop I like is first score in a football game.
Yeah, then you won't be invited to the show. It'll be a good one. It'll be a nice show. All right. We had fun. It was fun while it lasted. Dansby Swanson is at 1.5, the over. He didn't really in the other series. Didn't really do it for me. That that's it for today's show. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Be sure to smash the like button and be sure to subscribe to our channel. We're heading towards that 22,000 mark. I think we can get to 22,000 today if we really try hard enough, apply ourselves. But anyways, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. And, of course, we'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day.